Hey everybody, this is Peter Palmiotti of Human Art Studios, and welcome to Making Comics and Art, episode 333. So, tonight I'm trying to stream in more places. The last video I streamed on my Twitch channel as well as here on my YouTube channel. So I added Facebook and Twitter, but you gotta have a premium on Twitter, and I'm not doing that, so that's just the three places. So interesting to see what the results of that will be. Also, if you didn't know, I'm on a premium StreamYard, so I could do fancy things like that. It's Making Comics and Art. And I could show my face. Well, once I figure out how to do that. And here's tonight's thumbnail: Independent Comics in 2025. And let's do this. I'm curious if you hear me while this is playing, since I didn't put sound to it. Anyways, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome one and all. What else I got going on? No, that's all. Okay. Oh, here's the thing. To support my channel for free, please like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already. And if you share my videos out, that would greatly be appreciated. Since I'm not doing this on a schedule per se, I don't expect big crowds to show up. But, you know, randomly, I get people coming by. Here's the other one. And let's hide that. Yeah, so I'm paying $0 because I got a free 7-day thing. But this premium StreamYard is like $90. So if you want to see this in the future, because I could afford $0 right now. Yeah, for the basic StreamYard, it's $45. Essentially, for the premium, which I have right now with all the doodads, it's just $1.90, I believe, or some such. But they probably include tax and whatnot. So, yeah, that's it for the fun stuff. We'll get into what we're doing here. I made a bullet list, so we'll see how that goes. So I'm just going to throw down some lines. You see me working on this last time, and I was pretty much doing a lot of straight edges, my setup of the page. So yeah, as I get into my topics for tonight, I'm going to start on this and get my brush prepped. The first thing is kind of an unusual thing of late, is I made a post on my Facebook and got a really good response to it. I say that because last couple of months for sure, it seemed like my posts were barely seen. I think it has more to do with the subject than anything else. Usually my Facebook posts are personal or funny or, just not. I'm not going to cater to the masses. Hey, Landon's here. Happy New Year, man. back at you. Yeah, so where was it? Okay, so I asked on a Facebook post, well, I stated that I think everybody should have at least one personal project that they do. You know, everybody is like working for publishers or small independents or, you know, self-publishers or what have you, and that's all great and well, but I think everybody should at least do one project, personal project. And you know, the number's gone up, but I got at least 102 likes and 38 comments. Now, mind you, the comments is like I replied to everyone I saw, you know. So it's half that, more than likely. But it was great to see a lot of people who are doing their own personal projects. You know, I'm always cheering on people and helping to promote people and, you know, doing my part in this independent creative world. So that is definitely something that's always on my mind. So I thought that was pretty incredible, you know, considering like past posts, you know, I'm lucky if I get 3 likes and the regulars come by. So yeah, it's I'm gonna start making a list of people who are doing their own personal projects. I know Landon here has done at least one himself. So it's great to see. It's great to see. You know, I got like some crazy amount, like 12 different projects I'm currently working on. You know, not at the same time. I'm trying to keep focused and you know, probably 3 or 4 are in daily rotation. This being one of them. If you don't know what this is Hawker New York issue 7, page 7, already published, but he's going to do his second printing. And I talked with him. It's Randy Bishop. He possibly is going to wait at least to the end of this month. So I hope to finish off the inks on this issue. I forget exactly how many I have inked fully. You know, it might just be 5 total, something like that. But it's probably a 20 to 22 page story. So I should be able to do it. I got, you know, lots of other things going on, but should work out. And I got a cat that isn't mine. He's scratching at my front door. I fed him before, so he or her, one of the two. So that was at the top of my list. If you are on Facebook, you can go to my latest post and see that, and see who replied and who is working on their own projects. Second on my list is, I showed it off before, which is I want to start doing drawings for my YouTube thumbnail covers. And that's the first one. Starting off the new year right. I actually will go simpler with my drawings, because what I plan to do, which is the next thing on my bullet list, is learn Procreate. And I started watching a video today. I didn't want to watch the whole video because it's a lot to take in, and I'll probably watch it multiple times. But it covered a lot of the basics. The stuff I have no clue about. You know, it's one thing to learn how to go about using the program, and then it's another thing to actually do good work on it. So first I gotta figure out how to do the basics, and then I'll get into doing better and better work over time. You know, right now I consider myself rusty as far as just out and out drawing, because I you know, was inking a bunch. I finished off a couple of projects later part of last year, and I still got a few things, this being one of them, and a couple others I want to get off my list, so I can focus more and more on just out and out drawing. But yeah, it looks easy. I didn't plug in my Procreate yet, you know, on my iPad. But yeah, it looks pretty cool to the point where I can go crazy, but I have a very specific approach I want to do on it. So we'll see. It's Jay, just popping in before bed. I hear you, man. It's kind of late. What the hell am I doing up? Guess I'm trying different times. I appreciate everybody who shows up, even if it's just to say hi. Yeah, I was just thinking, you know, I don't have any music on in the background, but it's kind of late. And it's kind of just a chill and chat. So we'll keep it silent for now. See how long I can go. I've had a pretty long day already. So let's see. Next on the list is something kind of big. Philip Russet, who I've mentioned here on my channel a whole bunch of times. You know, Philbo Publishing and whatnot. He is up to a lot of things, but one of the things is he's starting his own indie comics distribution thing. Art, apparently, yes. Yeah, so he's going to become a comic distributor like Diamond, and there's a couple other small ones. You know, So he's going to distribute his books, and he's going to take on other people. No set dates or anything. Something that's in the works. But, you know, I got a list of links down below. Phil is one of them. So you can go watch the whole video where he talks about a lot of things. But that being the main thing, it's really pretty exciting. Whether he, you know, he's successful or not, we'll see. We'll see. But I think he has a good shot at it. And you know, once I get my ducks in a row, we'll see if that part of his business is still around. I would definitely jump on it. Get my books distributed through the US. Definitely. You know, Phil's a hardworking guy, and he got the phone numbers to all the comic stores across the US, and that's where he plans to distribute everything. So, you know, definitely be a hand up for anybody who, you know, wants to get their books out there. Yeah, man. Wishing the best of luck for sure, for sure. The only other thing I want to mention up front is kind of went on a dating app just yesterday. And, you know, I liked a lot of profiles and got 2 responses. One woman kind of had one answer replies, didn't really feel it. But the other one, we really got into a conversation yesterday, and we continued today. The good thing is, I now have her phone number, and she has mine, and we were texting. I think good things are coming of it, because both of us pretty much stated that we want to see where this goes. So we're not pursuing anybody else. Raise his eyebrow. There you go. Yes, it's true. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm very excited, and she seems to be too. So, and the best thing in the world is because it's like I went through so many profiles, and a lot of them weren't specifically in this town. And I mean, I was kind of sort of just putting out feelers to see if I could make maybe a couple of real life friends. But she's in town, so that's ultra cool. And she loves cats, so no worries there. She has a lot more than I do. So happy. So yeah, we won't get into it further other than that, but know that I'm happy. And yeah, so indie comics in the year 2025. I think, I saw a post for Darkchild. I think his name is Randy Green. Could I be wrong? But is the creator. That's a book that was published through Rob Liefeld's company, then Image Comix, a couple different places. It's a book. It's a book. I actually at least picked up one issue. I don't know anything other than a sore cover, and more news is to follow. But it's cool to see, you know, books that were popular years ago have a resurgence. You know, like Greg Capullo is doing a new Creech book, and I mean Dale Keown's talked about a new Pitt book, but I'm not sure if anything's happening with that. But there's a lot going on, you know. My knowledge of what's going on out there, newsworthy, is limited. I'm too currently busy to follow too much of the news. But I mean, that's why I made the post, and so glad to see many names I know on Facebook. And you know, I mean, there are other places, but I just posted it there. But yeah, there's a lot to be excited about if you're a fan of, collector of independent comics. It's definitely going to be I mean, as well as my own book, Retro. You know, I have to get the financing first, but that's going to happen this year. You know, once I finish a bunch of books and get paid, then we're talking. Well, if you're not following too much of the news, you can always follow you in retro. That's right, retro coming at you eventually, but this year, I swear. Even if I have to sell somebody else's car, because I don't have a car. I'll just randomly walk down the block and put a for sale sign on somebody else's car. I hear that's the way to do it. This is what you get, folks, late at night. You get the goofies. I'm doing double duty. That's right. It's so good you had to post about it twice. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. Figuring out the panels as you ink them. Always a good thing. I noticed some inkers who have the ability to ink a page or ink artwork without spinning it around. That's a whole nother ability that I certainly don't have. But to me, it's mostly about the final product. It's not about how it's done. I don't worry about how I do it. I worry about, I'm just realizing that now. So Jay's on YouTube and Twitch. He's on 2 of my channels. I appreciate that. Yeah, it shows the little symbols, but it didn't dawn on me. I'm focused on making art. What can I tell you? Yeah, I have a barely Twitch channel. I've been active a couple of times on there, but I never really grew it that much. Never put a lot of time into it, and really I have to update it if I ever get around to doing more with it, which I will, but I'm kind of just streaming there so people remember I'm not dead. So there you go. Let's see. I guess you could say something. I guess have an inkling. And that's where your focus should be. I got the Twitch notification. There you go. Yeah, and nobody's saying that. I don't think enough people carry it just yet. So last live stream I did, I forget if nobody commented. I think a couple of people showed up. I could tell people were watching, but I still got my low average of whatever it was, 26 views. So people are checking it out after the fact. I used to get a lot of comments when I was more consistently active on my channel, as well as active on other people's streams and commenting on videos and the whole shebang. I don't have enough time currently, or maybe never again. I was highly active, so it's got to be more natural that people come here and comment. I mean, comment as in not the chat, the live chat during a live stream, but the below the video on the channel itself. And it's fine, I'll eventually gather an audience, specifically if I get my ass in gear and do this on a schedule again. But not until I finish a couple more books. There's too much going on. Yeah, I know I missed one. How dare you miss one? I know you got a life. You can't possibly keep up with me all the time. I don't expect that. It's fine. Oh, I did have, there was one person who commented on my video afterwards. Another older gentleman who has a channel where he draws. You know, he's somebody who doesn't post often. He says so himself. He's retired. He's just a little older than me, and he's retired. I don't plan to retire for at least a couple of decades. But yeah, he's somebody who's like loves art and is interested in art, and wants to fulfill sort of artist desire dream to do something with his talent. I can't keep up with you because you're going in a flash. You're too fast. Yeah, I know. I kind of posted the last minute. You should post a pic of your setup. Hey, Brian, welcome. I've done from time to time. I'll do one in my what's it called again? Community tab on my Facebook channel, which I post stuff there, regularly, kind of, sort of. People comment over there too. You know, I should. I definitely can have a better setup. It's been better at times. It's been worse at times. I know. I at least have a new computer nowadays, which is the only reason I'm able to stream at all. But I can, I could still improve. It's not really my focus right now because I got too much damn work. Damn, as in good. It's a good thing. But I will do that for you, specifically for Brian. Yeah, I'm not on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Insta, X. But you are on Twitch and YouTube tonight. How is that possible? You have some sort of an account. How do you do this magic? Let the people know. Because I do things and forget how I set things up, and it's all mystery. It's funny. I was watching somebody's like year-end video, and they were talking about MySpace, and then they were talking about G+. Who here remembers G+? My God, what an era that was. I had a G+. And at the time, nobody knew what the hell it was, and that's when I first really started community building. And how to show people. Well, I made a whole freaking video on how people can set up their G Plus and then how to stream from there, because it was confusing as hell. The proof of it is that it no longer exists. You know, it was a sort of Google attempt at doing something similar to Facebook and other places, Twitter and whatnot. I was even asked to be part of a stream that Google hosted. So yes, in a sense, I worked for Google at one point. I said I'm not on Facebook. I am on others. Okay. More like G minus. I remember. Yeah, it was confusing as hell, and people in circles, and yeah, the video I was watching, they were pretty much laughing about it. I mean, I thought the only thing cool was that I could see a lot of people like that work for Google, specifically, and you know, you could talk with them and ask them questions and whatnot. That part of it was cool, but not much else. So one person I follow, comic creator Tom Rainey, Todd, not Tom. He's got a trade coming out, a collection of a miniseries he did recently. It goes live tomorrow. I'll have a link next time for it. You know, I know it's like lots of comic collectors love trades. And I have plans to do trades, but I want the single issues to exist on their own for a long time. You know, Todd just finished this miniseries and now he's doing a trade, which is very common among independent creators. All right, Jay. Jay's going to bed. Say goodnight to Jay. Have a good one, buddy. Yeah, very common for self-publishers and small publishers to do a mini series and then do the trade right after, because it gives you a certain amount of clout to have a collection among comic collectors. I understand that, and it's definitely good as far as dollar signs. You know, they definitely sell well. But yeah, you know, it's like I have plenty of thoughts as far as how I want to approach things. You know, in many ways, the you know, with retro and other books I'll be doing. The Kickstarters, and I'll be on other platforms like Indiegogo and Fund My Comic. The version you get there is the prestige format, and you know, I will try my hand at mass producing it afterwards. That, you know, might be a newsprint version. If that's in the cards, I'll know when I get there. But we're talking, you know, years down the line. I want to pretty much have the single issues and have them in the prestige format for years and years to come. So we'll see how all that goes down. One thing at a time. Yeah, this month I'm focusing at least on this book publicly. Got other things going on behind the scenes since I'm not streaming 24/7. Let's see. Okay. So once again, this is Hawk in New York, issue 7, page 7. Randy Bishop is the creator, writer, artist, usually inker, but he got me doing this issue. I helped out on a previous issue over a different artist for a couple of pages. But this one is all me and him. Randy's a really good guy, a fellow geek, as it were. Maybe one day he can join me in a stream. You know, he's got family and pets and work, and so we'll have to match schedules at one point. But I'll drag him on here at some point. Also, Alison McGlone. She was on here not too long ago. I'll get her on again. She's currently making progress with her book that she crowdfunded not too long ago. So definitely talk about her progress and where things are at when she gets here. And yes, I'm just streaming randomly according to my schedule. So if you hit that notification button, you'll at least get a notification that I got a new stream going, and you can join me if you're free, or watch it later. At any point, you know, honestly, I'll I'll appreciate you clicking on a video and letting it play, even if you're not watching it. Trying to get the watched hours up on my channel so that I can eventually monetize. You know, years ago I was a partner on YouTube. They changed the rules right under my feet. Right under my feet. God damn them. So I gotta match up with their current protocol. That's okay. Them sons of bitches. Those nameless folks at Google's. Honestly, you know, Google's been good to me. It's Facebook, but where I'm getting no traction with most of my posts. And Instagram, where usually I have the same 30 people that see my posts there. Unless it's something beautifully drawn, which right now I'm doing a lot of just sketching, trying to get my penciling skills up again. If you're not, you know, following everything I do, just to inform you. So it's, you know, it's going to be a lot of bad drawings for a while. Yeah, if you didn't know, I'm penciling and inking, essentially co-creating, co-writing a book with a new friend of mine, and we'll be crowdfunding that in the not too distant future. Yeah, as soon as things align, I will let you know. Right now, you know, you can expect a book called Designated that I inked, or am continuing to ink. I did 2 issues. There's 3 more to go. It's a 5-issue miniseries. The writer-creator is Mark Torres, and he's going to be crowdfunding issue 2. Maybe February. I haven't heard from him this year, so we'll see. Very proud of that book because I think it's a great read, and the art's very, very cool. If I do say so myself. So yeah, I got a lot in the works. Too much. I mean, you know, once I finish off a bunch of projects this year, we got most of the year ahead of us. I hopefully won't be as booked, because I consider my current state overbooked. Even though I might have to take on another project soon. But sometimes you got to do that as a creator. Well, as somebody with a specific skill, like me as an inker, might have to take on another inking gig because I got to have a certain amount of income coming in. And there have been some delays and some changes in my schedule overall. which is, you know, it's almost guaranteed bound to happen. But still, I believe otherwise until it does happen. But fear not, such is the life of a freelancer. We go on, ever continue onward. Muster through. It's okay. You know, I really wanted to focus on speed, but everything's got to sort of align for that to happen. So we'll see. I don't want to go too crazy. I've been messing with his hair here, and I got some reference which isn't right next to me, but I was kind of getting into a fun groove, and I'll see if it matches up. At a later point. All right. One of the things that bugs me about my setup, well, since somebody brought that up before, is I still haven't done this, and at some point I will, but don't know when that will be. But I got to figure out how to have the ability to zoom again. And the way things are currently set up, I don't think I have the ability. Because the sort of driver program of the webcam doesn't allow for that, but I'll have to do some research. The bloody research. C'est la vie, c'est la vie. There's always things to learn. That's what I hate about programs and sites, and everything's constantly updating. It's annoying as fuck. Can't just be one thing for a couple of years straight. So always gotta learn the new update or new programs you gotta use, or new ways in which the thing you use is now different. You know, even as a traditional artist, inker, you know, I gotta get tools that work, which change, ink that works. Nothing's ever consistent, and that you can rely on. So, if you're still following along, how'd you like my cover to this stream? You know, like I said, I'm going to be using Procreate, so I'm either going to draw everything in Procreate and then color it, and it'll be simplified drawing of something. Might be random, might have, you know, have nothing to do with the concept of the stream. We shall see. But yeah, I've been wanting to do that for a while. And today I was drawing, doodling, and decided, hey, it kind of has nothing to do with the concept, but it's just people. People have, you know, have everything to do with everything. If I'm making any sense at this point. Since it's later than I usually do these streams. But I think this one went very well. Last one I did super early and I was yawning. I was tired but not tired. I don't know. This one I'm kind of fully awake. Just a tad goofier. But I am a goofy guy. So that works. I hope you appreciate it. You know, I've been watching a lot of videos, lots of different kinds, lots of different ones, and man, some people talk a mile a minute, and that can be very much a bit much over time. I think I'm pretty talking in my natural speed. But yeah, I understand why they want to get a lot of information in a little amount of time. You know, it gets views. Give it more. What am I trying to say? I'm saying it backwards. I don't know. It keeps viewers engaged. No, there's a reason. I'm just not putting together two different thoughts. I don't know. But trust me, there's a reason. There's always a reason. So yeah, I hope you're doing well the whole second day of the new year. Hope you're making comics and art. And all that jazz. Yeah, I'm all on the thoughts, and I'll be wrapping up shortly. Let me do this. If you want to support the channel, I mean, really support it with dollars, and you kind of like this format that I'm touting because I get a free week of StreamYard. You can throw me tips I got a link below the video there's a bunch of other links. You become a patron. You could check out some people's books, a lot of different things. But freeway, not a highway, but a freeway, is just like this video. Comment either in the live chat if you're around, or below the video afterwards. If you're not already subscribed, do me the favor and subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. You know, YouTube picks up on all this stuff, and we'll throw my video around for more people to see. The more active my videos become. And trust me, I'm a good guy. I ain't no serial killer. Wait, why did that come up? I don't know. So yeah. Want to see me create more wonderful books quicker? Want my channel to grow? Well, give me a helping hand. I mean, honestly, nothing, and I mean nothing, grows without fans. So I can't do it alone. So yeah, you can help me. All right, folks, I'm going to wrap this up and say goodbye. Thank you all for watching. I definitely appreciate it, and all the chitter chat. Let me see, where's his comment? I missed it. Here he goes. So Brian Smith wants to see a pic of my setup. I'll be throwing that into my community tab on my YouTube channel. If you haven't already checked that out, I throw important stuff over there. So please take a moment after the video and do that. But yeah, for now, made some progress on this. This again is Hawk and the Hawk issue 7. I believe Randy's website is timebound.com. His link is down below, along with a bunch of other friends. So go check all of them out, including my links. I have a link tree that has a lot of my links. All right. So good night, everybody.